Hi, this is David at White's Ace Hardware at Geist. I'm here to talk about some perennials, particular one perennial that a lot of people could use. A lot of people come in and they say, you want perennial? I want a perennial. And they say, and I ask them, sun or shade? And if they say shade, the typical one I go to, which is probably one of the easiest ones to deal with, is what I'm looking at, is the hostas. Now, hostas are great for shade areas. They have big leaves, little leaves. They have different colors, as you can see. They have different colors here, different patterns, different textures, and everything like this. So they're very easy. They're good for ground cover, to cover up the ground. You got an area of trees out there, and you don't want to suppress the weeds because you don't want weeds growing up. Hostas do a good job of that. They help soil erosion, and as you can see on this one here, they shoot out little flowers at this time of year, and they're great for hummingbirds. Hummingbirds love the deep throat flowers, so they're good for that. Now let's look at a couple of different ones. You got the blue ones, you got the yellow, we got the variegated ones, you got green center, white outside, you got white center, green outside. Here's another one with a flower starting to sprout. So we got all different textures. Here's another one called blueberry muffin that's very beautiful. So you can do a different patterns. Some of them are growing short to the ground, like the forbidden fruit one that we just looked at with the flower starting, or you can go really big. And one of the big ones we got is the Big Daddy, or the drinking gourd. So we got a variety of hostas here. And as I said, they're good for a lot of different purposes. Now, people say, what about care of them? How hard are they to care for? They're really easy to grow. Basically, you plant them and you forget them, and they take off. They don't like a lot of water, low water maintenance, so they're great underneath the trees and stuff like this. They don't like a lot of light. So what problems are you going to run into with the hostas? Well, on this one, you kind of see one of the things that happen with them is a lot of times slugs get in them. Now, in doing this, the one thing you could do, a couple things for slug prevention, is that you want to space them out. Don't crowd them in like we got them here on this bench. Don't plant them like this. Give them some space. Look at the requirement of how much space you need in between them. Like this one says here, it says 30 inches wide. So make sure the next plant is at least 30 inches away from it or more, because you don't want to overcrowd it, because the slugs do not like light. They want to hide under the shade, and that's where you get slugs. Now, if you do get slugs, we got some chemicals you just sprinkle down, and then they roll over and they scratch up their bodies, and then they die. So don't fret too much about slugs. We got some organic stuff that will stop them without any problem. But the number one thing is to space them out. Number two is just don't overwater them. They don't like a lot of water. So like I said, they're easy because you just put them in the ground and you forget them, and they grow and they love it. Okay? So we have a whole bunch of varieties here. So come on out to Ace Hardware and let's solve your problem about your shaded area, because we can fill it up for you. We'll see you soon. Bye.